Columbus, Ohio.
Remix right there with the absolutely stunning. I
Add that
appreciate
in a little bit.
Chris Salk unfortunately losing in his top 16.
There's the gentleman's handshake.
Yeah.
And
So
here
we
we
did
go.
see Machado earlier in the top 32 part of the stream, and we saw Willie recently in this top 16. So both of them back on stream. We loved Machado's play style with these droids and his take on them, not going for a heavy discard, but more of a
actually,
control.
We didn't get a chance to talk to Zap about that
Sure.
list, and while they're shuffling, I would kind of like to pick his brain a little bit. Now,
Okay.
the thing I really like about this Android list, I know that Zap was within earshot, so he probably knows what I'm going to say, but just to kind of educate the chat, George's list is more mid-range. So it doesn't rely on the cell combo to win. It just uses it as an advantage.
That's right, use mid-range.
And then uses the strong Android cards to just take over the game.
As well as the new Hellfighter 17.
Yeah, absolutely, which I think is such a cool card. But what I want to talk about is, like, you know, we talked a little bit about that on the car ride up,
right?
Where we said that it's really funny that you'll play out like a 2-cost Android, and it feels like your opponent has to spend 3 cards to kill it.
Yes,
and it's like it's almost like I see where George came with this, because as we were playtesting androids, we started noticing that more and more and more, where it was like, you know what? These androids are just good.
Yeah.
Like, they're just awesome. And I love that George isn't going all in on anything. He's just going, you know what? I'm going to let my powerful droids just beat you.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do. And we've seen him play a lot with Twin Sister, and untap those powerful droids and then keep attacking. What do you think of this mid-range-ish droid deck?
You know, mid-range is a decent way to describe it. I think flexible might be another way to phrase it too.
Sure.
In the sense that in games 2 and 3, against these slow build-up decks, he's gonna lean much more heavily on his Super 17 chain.
Right.
Where against a fast, aggressive blue-red or blue-yellow deck, he's probably gonna pull that out and focus more so on getting Deadly Defender on board and doing everything he can to protect her.
Yeah, and actually, I haven't had a chance to just look at George's list. I need to take a picture of it so I can steal it and build it as soon as I get home.
To be honest,
yeah.
I actually wanted to do that earlier in top 32. Someone's like a picture of this.
That's as you're reading. So Willie's version, as we saw on stream last round, is focusing on building up Gogeta 7-cost hero revealed, and being able to utilize that and giving it critical with Shadowrun Figure of Majesty and triple attack with the leader ability, and being able to use that to dominate resources off of the opponent.
Right. So one of the cool things about this list, and why I think I call it mid-range, is because I notice a lot of droid decks they're trying to set up that, and Danny's list was like this, where they try to set up that turn where they just discard your hands. They run the 16 super combos, they run Toas, and they just try to make you discard your hand. Looking at George's list, he's running Piccolo super combos. He's running.
I love that about this
list. I
list.
actually do too. He's just trying to, just get value out of all of his cards.
Super
Do you
combos
think
that drawn to
going
cartridges.
forward, that will be the better way to play droids, where you're just not trying to go cheeky and go like, essentially, George isn't building a combo deck androids. He's building a mid-range deck. Do you think that's the best way to go forward with droids?
I think it's going to depend on how the meta goes. I think that strategy might be weaker if people buy into Storm is the more definitive card in the format. You know, one of the things that I found surprising throughout the event is not only did Hercule not seed exceptionally well, but it was underrepresented in general.
Yes, there wasn't a lot of Hercule.
Right, I think there was maybe one in top 32, and I know Ryan Severin, he was our unfortunate bubble man playing
just
Hercule
barely
on 33.
missed it.
Ryan is someone that if he would have got top 32, I would have leaned on him pretty heavily to get there.
Oh, okay.
Because of the Hercule Storm matchup, it's absolutely favorable. I mean, there's arguments that matchup can be closer to even. But coming back to your argument is, depending on how this event transpires, is going to decide what decks people think are popular.
Right.
And if people think really, really quick blue-yellow decks are the way to go, I don't know how heavily we'll see that in the future.
Okay. Yeah.
I was going to say something and I completely forgot what it was.
One thing I like about Hercule and androids, especially with Machado's list here, is that Hercule does do a good job recovering from Cell Chain. But what they kind of fell at is dealing with these powerful droids, these 25Ks or 30K droids.
So one interesting thing we see about George's list is opposed to Infernal Emperor Frieza, George chooses to main copies of the Black Mass Saiyan 1.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he plays both, actually.
Yeah, he plays both, yeah. Yeah, we talked about this in Game 1, I guess the top 32 match. And I love this choice because what I think is so cool about this list for George is that he doesn't have to he plays out the Frieza, and he doesn't have to attack with it to get its effect.
Right.
So he just takes the life and he keeps it untapped. And then later in the game, he can choose, okay, I want to push you with these cards and then Cell Chain, or I want to use these as combo pieces against Storm.
Precisely.
They have a great, it's very, like you said at the beginning, it's very, he can change what he's wanting to do.
Now, what's interesting, what I was going to say earlier, and why I like the super combo not being 16, especially in an Android deck that's running Deadly Defender, it doesn't make sense to run a super combo that's not really going to net you a card while trying to play Deadly Defender, as opposed to, I'm going to give it 10k, but you're also going to discard. Like, I just feel like it makes more sense to regain the card advantage you have, as opposed to trying to just go for the discard heavy. Yes, it still protects Deadly Defender, but it's a card out of your hand, so you eventually start to run out of those cards, whereas a super combo that draws is going to replenish the defense you need to protect Deadly Defender.
Yeah, and George did a great job here, playing to the weakness of Shenron here. He's just attacking Willie as much as he can, because Shenron's extremely weak unawakened. And so what he's doing here is he's trying to punish Willie as much as he can, get as many cards in hand as he can, and he'll Cell Chain and take them all away. And that's just a great way to punish Shenron, and exactly how you're supposed to play against this leader, and why it's so weak to decks like Storm.
And what's crazy is that Machado is capitalizing on two things, like you said, the weakness, but he's also using cards to self-awaken himself while attacking and playing into that weakness. So he's doing two things. He's allowing himself to have his droids the +5 as soon as possible. He's awakened as soon as possible, so he's netting card advantage. And yes, he's showing a very aggro playstyle, which he hasn't made any kind of changes to the deck. This is game one. He didn't like side in and aggro.
No,
he's just changing his playstyle, but this is the signs of a veteran player. This is the signs of a professional player, that you can see him play the same deck, and when he sits down and he looks at his leader, he goes, I'm playing this way. And it looks almost completely different each time.
Absolutely. Yeah, like we said, that's the biggest weakness to Shenron. They're just weak to aggro at the beginning. If they don't have a way to do it, if they don't have a way to siphon off the aggression, then they get punished early. And George's deck is set up to, especially against Shenron, punish you early, take that advantage away that you get from me punishing you, and then finish you off.
Sure. And actually, I don't know if you guys noticed here, but Machado doing something very, very crucial. When Willie went to activate Wish and flip his leader over, Machado asked to see the drop area and checked, and there was actually only 6 Dragon Balls in the drop.
Absolutely.
So catching that was very, very key.
That is important.
Which is why you see Willie going for Dragon Radar here.
It looks like he might look at the top 7 first, would be my guess. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. So here we go, top 7. Remember, he is locked into this top 7 now. He can't go back and go up from drop. He can only look at top 7. He whiffs completely. Doesn't take a Desire or anything off there.
Very bold.
I don't think he's found a Desire based on what I saw.
Yeah.
I think he felt like that he needed to awaken this turn to be able to combat against Cell Chain.
Right, but if you whiff on the Dragon Balls, did he whiff on Dragon Balls and Desires? Like
That's the impression we have, yeah.
Yeah, holy crap.
I mean, at this point, you have, the Desire is weird, but it's not unlikely that he whiffs the Dragon Ball if there's only one left. I wonder if he almost miscounted even what's in his life. Maybe there is a Dragon Ball in his life, and he...
Yeah, I think we saw the Dragon Ball at the very bottom of his deck when he picked his deck up to shuffle. I think I saw it as the second card up from the bottom.
Gotcha.
So I think it was there. It was just obviously the worst possible location. Right. But yeah, I mean, I can't believe he whiffed on everything, though. I mean...
Yeah, I think Machado, just because of that mishap by Willie, can really capitalize this turn and potentially just go for a win. And now that we know that, for sure, the Dark Power Black Mass Saiyan does trigger when Child Wish and World Peace is played, Machado's in a very, very comfortable position.
I expect George not to attack with these too much longer.
Nope.
You know, he might attack this turn, but I wouldn't expect him to go much more than
I don't think there's a reason to at all.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think it's okay for him not to, for sure.
I think it's fair. You go to attack with this Frieza, attack with lead, and if you have Deadly Defender, I think you just drop it now. Just get it on the board.
Looks like he does have Cell Chain.
But then again, actually, you want to hit 4 because of Kami, so you don't drop Deadly Defender maybe. I think you just stay with his board for now.
So after talking to the head judge, found out that when Willie used his leader trigger, he quickly skimmed through his deck, found 1 Dragon Ball, and assumed it was lucky number 7. However, upon a deeper inspection, he would have found that he had 2 Dragon Balls left in the deck.
Gotcha. So he assumed he already had 6 and thought, I just need to take 1, and he actually hadn't. Yeah. So that was just an unfortunate
So he could have awakened that turn.
He
could have.
Unfortunate oversight.
Oh,
Right.
that's super. Usually what I do, I've seen a couple players do this, but when I play these Dragon Ball leaders, I keep my Dragon Balls at a different location in my drop so I can easily
I put them at
count
the bottom.
Yeah, you can put them on bottom, fan them out a little bit so
Yep.
you can count them easy. You know, I like to try to keep it as easy as possible to, or, you know, are you allowed to use like a dice maybe to count how many are in your drop? Like, I don't know if you're allowed to do that in
I don't
films
know,
like
good-
Game
Something
World.
that I see a lot of players doing, so they have their deck on the right side of the board. Their discard pile, they will lay out each individual card in a way that they can easily see it because of how often they interact with the discard pile, using Child's Wish and World's Peace to pull
Absolutely.
those cards back, as well as Dragon Radar. So being able to have all that information at a quick glance, as well as being able to easily count for sparking without making it obvious that you're counting to get that info.
Yeah, he only grabbed one Dragon Ball, guys, because he miscounted. He thought he already had. That can easily happen. I know everyone's like, yeah, but every turn is 2 Dragon Balls. But if he might have thought that he had 3 in the opening turn, he could have thought he was already at an odd number.
Sure.
So, it doesn't mean that he probably thought, oh, I think I played 3 at the beginning, and he didn't double check, or he overlooked something, and that's why he made that mistake.
And here's George Attack of this mass saying, this is what I expected him to do, and I think this will be the last turn we'll see this happen. What he's trying to do here is just not get as many cards as he can into Willie's hand. Then he's going to Cell Chain here and take him to 3, and then hopefully finish him off if possible.
So we see George here going for, did he go for Vol Replication?
No, he was actually comboing for the
I see.
Dark Power Mass Saiyan.
Vol Replication Cell would have been a really interesting choice here because those 2 tokens that he generates could have attacked Willie's unawakened leader and actually generated advantage.
Yeah, that would have been really cool.
I think he's looking to potentially just Cell Chain his swing for double. Do you think this is over-aggressive by Machado?
No, I don't think so at all. I think this is absolutely what we want to do. Like we talked about before, the way George loses this game is letting Willie get started. And once he starts getting started, it's over. So I think he has to kill Willie as soon as possible, and he has the deck that can do it.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. I put the wrong one. I think this is I think you have to respect Shenron a little bit, in my opinion. I don't think you tap out here because Willie has the energy to put out something big and just give a triple attack.
Yeah, you're right.
And does Machado have anything to defend? He doesn't. He really doesn't have a way to stop that. So if Willie just throws out everything but a negate here, what does Machado do to stop a triple attack? You see what I'm saying? So I think this actually might be a bit of an overextension in my opinion. He doesn't have the way to get that energy back.
So Willie's sitting on 3 life. The scariest play would probably be Ultimate Fusion Gogeta.
Yeah.
And using that to try to go for lethal. We see 3 copies of Power Burst in Willie's deck. I think we've seen at least 1 played already. There's at least
he just played it. He just played another copy of it. Now my question is, does George have any? Actually, he has one in hand right now. I see it. So I call it Sparking Death Ball. And that's what it's called because I can't remember what it's actually called. Shocking Death Ball.
Yeah. I do. I keep forgetting that negate
that's
exists.
Stop 1 attack.
It will stop 1. He is at 3, so he can do it twice.
So what I expect to see here is
But he would have to take life, so even that 3rd attack would still be for lethal.
Yep.
All it has to be is a double striker.
Remember, the Willie's in a weird situation where really can't use his desire cards to bring anything back from the drop, or he has to discard the rest of his hand.
And yeah, that's also true. He has to have Gogeta in hand right now, so that could be also why Machado's feeling very comfortable. I might have been overzealous in saying that it was an overextension without really examining the board.
I think it's a fair assessment. I think it is. I think it's a calculated risk by George. I think
it's a risk for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh, interesting.
So we have Shenron. He's desperate to draw into a threat to try to go for lethal.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Yeah.
I won't be surprised if we see something like at all costs hit the board and try to win with at all cost.
Single
vanilla,
strike. Yeah, just a vanilla. Yeah.
But he can't use. He can't. Oh yeah.
Vanilla. Just go for 3 attacks.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Because if he does have 2 Shocking Death Balls, Machado will still have to take 2 life. Therefore, if Willie can just create some kind of hand and just dump the hand and say, if you got it, you got it. That's a fair. Yeah.
I mean,
he may also resurrect his super combo.
So he has to discard 2 here, right?
Yes, he does have to discard 2.
We've learned this. So there it comes. 5-drop Shinron.
And now Machado, now Dark.
It will not because Dark Mass Saiyan only hits 15k or less.
Oh, absolutely. You're right. Absolutely. You're 100% right. Yep.
Wait, what?
Black Mass Saiyan only forces discards.
It's 15,000 or less.
That is right. Okay, I forget about that part of the. that part of the effect.
So we're sitting here on 4 energy, which may be enough to.
It's Child's Wish that it hurts,
Correct.
not World Peace typically.
But what is this hitting? So you just use it to untap 4. Okay.
I think he's just digging very hard to draw into an at all cost, and I think he's going to really bank on that being the win condition.
He doesn't discard anything, guys. It's not. It has to be a 15k or less battle card.
Yeah, no discard here, guys. Sorry. I got a little overzealous. That's my fault. Playing the next one. Is this tapping him out, though? So he's not going to be able to combo up too much.
I don't think he plays multiple Wish Granters. But does go for another Figure of Majesty. This, I don't see where this would really help.
Drawing card. Maybe he's going to 2-drop back from drop? I don't. Maybe, I guess untap 2 here is what he's going to go for, but it just seems...
But now, what threat are you going to play?
It's important to note that he can look at what card he draws before making that decision.
Absolutely, yes.
And unfortunately, one line of play here is he could try to resurrect his super combo and give the super combo triple strike to try to go for lethal.
Yeah.
However, that would trigger Black Mass Saiyan.
Right.
So no, because if he played Child's Wish, he could. No, he's already used both Figure of Majesty effects, hasn't he? I was gonna say he could play a super combo off of Figure of Majesty.
It's insane to me that Willie has 3 things on board and a leader and can't attack. Like nothing can attack right now. Poor Shinron. Let's see what he does here.
I do like how he's thinking though to try and find.
I can't see. I keep looking.
Oh, I think he runs the vanilla.
This is preface. This is preface of recovery here.
Or not even preface. It's I think he runs the vanilla Gogeta cards.
Oh.
The 2-drop 20Ks.
Okay.
That might have been what he was looking for.
Preface costs 3
Yeah.
though. Yep, there it is.
Yep. That's the Super Saiyan Son Goku.
So, we see a really interesting play right now, where George knows Willie's list, and George is well aware of the fact that he only plays 3 negates.
Sure.
So now Willie has no reason to keep any energy untapped and try to bluff having a negate, because George has that perfect knowledge.
So it looks like that is a scoop from.
Willie conceded giving game 1 to George.
Yeah. I think he realized that he couldn't do anything.
I believe he tried to summon the 2-drop and was like, oh wait, I can't give a triple attack. Now there's 0 chance I win.
Right.
And then proceed to skew. So I don't know if the challenge bracket got updated yet. It did. So we have Seed 1 Thomas Lippman, who's currently undefeated in this event, playing Jordan Markle in Trunk Storm versus Harudegarn Storm.
Okay.
We're currently watching George and Willie playing Android 17 and Shenron respectively. We have...
Oh, I see why there's a concede too, because if he does have Shocking Death Ball, doesn't it KO the 2-drop? That's what it was. Because I was like, wait, did George scoop? Like, I was like, no, but Shocking Death Ball just...
Yeah, he attacks, he goes Shocking Death Ball, you're done.
Yeah.
Right. So the last 4 players are Seed 15 Jordan Beard and Seed 10 Kevin Martinez playing, and Seed 14 Tony Rodriguez and Seed 22 Miguel Gallegos, I apologize. And I know the 4 matchups, I don't know exactly who's on what deck, but it's Trunk Storm versus Harudegarn Storm. We see Shenron versus Android 17. We have Trunk Storm versus Harudegarn Storm. And we have Harudegarn Storm versus Android 17 set 2.
Storm. Yeah. We got a lot of storm.
Hey.
Trunks and Hyrule, storm. We're gonna have a final with storm.
I refuse to sing.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be as positive as possible, guys.
And then top 16 included other leaders, including Stormfish Krillin.
Yep.
And Super 17 made top 16.
What if we had Stormfish Krillin playing Storm? It's just so many storms. I'm upset.
It is a lot of rain.
It's not a key. Activate isn't a keyword.
Yes, it is not a keyword.
That's why it can be used with
Dark Power Black. Yep.
Yeah, because it says not anything play with a non-keyword.
Yes.
So it isn't one. The answer was there. It is not one.
Make it an official song. Storm.
Yeah, we should get Mike just have you dancing around the whole place.
Right.
I will say one thing about this convention center. Very beautiful convention center.
Yes.
That face thing is really scary.
You know, you can that's anyone, right? You can actually go take a photo and your face can show up on there. I thought there was significant people or just models. No, I saw as I was walking those advertisements, I was like, you can get your face on the big face model thing, and I was like, it was like just go here. Yeah. So I'm a little upset that we didn't know that sooner and just try to get as much Dragon Ball players on there as possible.
We could have took it over.
Top 8.
So looking at Willie Newsome's side deck to see what he can bring in for this matchup. His BCC nickname is Brokenness. In case you're wondering how good Willie Newsome is in this game,
Oh, okay.
Brokenness is apparently the best word to describe him.
That's good.
So we see 4 copy of Haru Attacker. not only is Haru Haru great against these green decks, but if he was to bring in this one copy of Child's Wish, he's able to do some very powerful loops where he's able to play Child's Wish for free, resurrect Haru Haru, and get 4 energy.
Very interesting. We can actually see what Machado is siding in here. He's siding in his King Vegeta surprise attack. I saw the Destined Deed Krillin as well as the Analaza.
Ooh.
So definitely going for more hand disruption and more protection as well in case things like Gogeta does come out. I think he's just respecting the fact that with Shenron going first, he's going to have access to objection a little bit sooner. So if these are the cards I'm seeing going into the deck, that's very interesting.
Paper pairings will follow in 2 minutes.
So just got some information from the judge team.
Okay.
We found out that the reason that people are unsleeving and re-sleeving is everyone was given brand new sleeves for the duration
Yes.
of this event. This is to ensure the integrity of the event.
Yes.
But by giving 50, they're not given 65.
Yeah. So that's why you have to side. When you side, you have to sleeve it up again.
So keep in mind, guys, nothing against the judge team. That this was a decision that ARG made to ensure that every player here was playing with the utmost level of integrity.
Sure.
I like that.
Makes
That's
sense.
really cool.
Yeah. I'm going to move this a little because I can't really see the chat.
So something I really like is not only is George maining 2 copies of Speedy Surprise Attack, but he's siding a 3rd copy, which
No,
may
it's
be
fine. No, I get why closer. Oh, okay.
which may be one of the best answers to this Haru Haru attacker that
Yeah.
George has access to.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's true. I think we did see that Willie had much better. I think we did see that Willie had a Haru Haru in the side, so he can use that in this sense. And droids definitely do not like that card. Yellow and green do not like that
why
card.
Do you think, why do you think George is running Speedy Surprise Attack? That's the only card in this list I don't quite understand.
So because it has a discard option, it allows him to discard pieces that he could then Union absorb from the drop. But yeah, I still think Shocking Death Ball is the better card.
So against the Storm match, let's say he feels like 6 negate is the correct number. Right?
Paper
I see.
pairings
If
are
his worst
working
matchup
their
is
way up.
Druid Storm or
Pairings
Trunk
for
Storm,
please make
is it
room
more
for
valuable
the
to have full
judges to
power
get by and
energy
get 'em
or
up
sneaky
for
surprise
you.
attack? In my
Surprise.
experience, it is surprise because not only does it hit go 10, but like the discard is often mitigated by the fact he's discarding the 110 combo cards
Right.
that he's never going to want in his hand anyway.
That's fair. I like that. So yeah, you could basically like keep your energy standing, search for as many negates as possible if you can, mulligan for them, and then just be like speedy, 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 tap out, and then shocking, shocking, shocking with your life. So
Exactly.
yeah,
And that discard can be very beneficial when he's trying to trigger his Super 17 card.
Sure.
Demanding 10 cards in your discard pile, that extra discard can facilitate that strategy.
Absolutely. No, makes a lot of sense. Hey guys, we're getting ready to get into game number 2. Mr. George Machado took game number 1.
yeah. Now are we staying with best of 3 moving forward?
Yes. it's
Even
best
in the
of-
finals?
Yep, all
Reminder,
the way
your
up. Yep.
losses won't be in your point total till the end of the tournament. There is only your win total right now. The software does not have a way to give you 1 point for a loss, so it's only your wins for your points right now.
So both players still mulliganing and setting up life here.
So game 2, Willie probably on the play. Who do you think is going to take this, Chad? Hit your 1s if you think George is going to take this game 2. Hit your 2s if you think Willie's going to get there.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I personally think George is just playing kind of out of his mind. He's being very super efficient, very methodical. He's thinking about his plays. I think his side is also keeping in mind.
Machado.
Yeah, machadical. I like that.
Machadical?
Yeah, you coined that phrase.
Okay, Machadical.
Yeah,
He's
machadical.
playing Machadical.
He's playing very machadical. And hopefully Willie is counting these Dragon Balls as he... is
Not
bringing them
154 viewers, guys. 50 away from our goal
Yo,
of
we really-
1,000.
Woo!
I've just seen Marcus light up.
Oh
he looks
my
like a Christmas
gosh.
tree. We're
Yes.
so close, guys. We are
So
so
close.
close. 1,000 viewers. Come on, one time for me.
Wowie zowie.
Please, let's get to 1,000.
Get your mom on there, guys.
Shouts out to Cyber Eva for pointing that out in the chat, too. I didn't even notice.
You know, so one adaptation I would love to see from Willie this game is to not rush all his Dragon Balls. Now, remember game 1 where he made that accident where he didn't get the 7th Dragon Ball?
Right.
In some ways, it benefited him.
Sure.
Because after the Cell Chain, he was able to get another Dragon Ball and start to replenish his hand.
Yeah.
I would love to see him use his trigger on turns 2, 3, and 4, opposed to turn 1, 2, and 3, and see if that helps him recover more from the Cell Chain.
Guys, if you have friends who are not watching this stream, tweet it out, Facebook it, Instagram, do whatever you need to do.
Tell your
Let them
grandma
know.
to check it out.
Let them know we're trying to hit 1,000. Yeah, just tell your grandma, my grandma, you know, I'm part of this community, and I'd really like for it to break a stream record. Can you just get on the stream for 30 minutes? 30 minutes.
Jump in there. We just need 1,000, Grandma.
Five
Please.
minutes. You know what I mean? I don't want to waste your time, Grandma.
Yeah, you know what I want for Christmas? 1,000 viewers.
MySpace, Friendster.
Right. Utilize all of social media.
Get on your LiveJournal account.
I feel like if you're still on MySpace, if you see Twitch, you're just blown away. What is this technology?
All right, we're seeing 2 more Dragon Balls coming out.
There we go. IBI Gamers, or Games, made 3 accounts. Like a boss.
Did he make your account to get you views? You know what? I'll take it.
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
It counts. Keep going.
Players, welcome to the next round.
Thanks
round
for posting it
number
in the
8.
European
You have
DBS group.
25 minutes.
Anyone
You may
from
begin.
Australia? Maybe hype it up over there.
For real.
I can't
Are we
wait.
15 away? This is yeah. I'm gonna pull it up on here. I gotta see it happen.
Yeah. So Willie hitting objection, definitely one of the most, the cornerstones of Willie's strategy here is to dump his hand as quickly as possible, using objection to extend his plays. So when that South Chain does hit board,
Oh
he's able
my
to
God.
mitigate the damage from it.
Let's go. 985. Or is that 965? 985. Guys, I want the chat to explode with whatever emotes you have. Hype, everything, kappas.
I'm going to take pictures. As soon as it gets there, I'm taking a picture.
3 a.m.
999.
Oh,
999.
my goodness.
Who is it? Who's the hero?
Who's the hero?
It's gonna be me.
I can
Get on my
Vegeta.
phone.
Hero
Get on my
revived.
phone.
Can they announce it on the microphone? Because this is very important.
This is.
I'm waiting for this update. I think it updates every minute.
I'm there. I just joined.
Let's go, baby!
1,000 over there, baby!
1,000 views! We did it!
1,005.
You guys are killing it.
Not too bad, guys.
1K. You guys think George and Willie are doing good. You guys are the champions.
Not too bad. I see some Hakkais in there.
Let's go!
Let's see some Hakkais, baby!
Thank you, guys. This is a huge milestone for the game.
This is huge, yeah.
I was going to say you don't even understand, but you do understand.
You understand. You
And
understand.
each one of you.
All right, let's get to 2,000. Enough celebrating. Now, let's get back to work.
All right.
We still got 2.5 games.
Yeah.
I go.
All right. Let's get back to the game though, for sure. Let me update life here. We got a little sidetracked, but that is a huge milestone. And congratulations to everyone who's a part of this community and who's able to make this happen. Because we literally could not have made that happen without you guys.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, we would not be here.
All 1,000 of you. Thank you so much. All right, let's get into this game. This is an exciting game. Game number 2. Machado up 1. Dragon Ball just passing to the Shinron leader. He was setting comfortably at 5 life. Not too bad.
George's strategy is definitely going to be to apply as much pressure as he can as early as he can.
They just announced it here, guys, and
Yeah.
people are going wild.
That was pretty cool.
Going
man.
wild, guys.
Pretty cool. It's over 1,000. Yo, the day we get over 9,000,
I'll pass out.
that's
I'll just
the meme.
I'll go straight into a coma. I'll yell so loud.
And it's still going up, by the way.
Oh yeah, because
1,005.
you guys are amazing. That's why we have the best community. Thank you guys so much.
I'm like adrenaline right now. Adrenaline. I love this game.
It's going to be last call if you need to turn any side event tickets you haven't turned in for
Going
the
into turn
drawing.
4.
You haven't turned in
Really just
side
has to
event
play
tickets
to get
for the
as much
drawing
energy as
if
possible
you
and just
turned
start
in.
doing big boy things.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we'll get that there.
I mean, 4 energy to Machado's 2. I mean, I don't think we're gonna see what we saw yesterday. Yesterday was insane, where it was like objection, 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 and then a cheeky world piece for
Right,
a Whis.
right.
You know what I
Absolutely,
mean? Something
absolutely.
crazy.
I'm really surprised to see Willie actually charge that objection here. I'm not saying that I'm an expert in this matchup, but my inkling would be
Why
to
not?
play the second objection and to actually strive for using World Peace to resolve your 5 drops and your 7 drops.
Yeah, you're
after
playing.
that South Chain
You're
hits.
playing battle cards in the drop area, so you're not really worried about charging them. I know ratios come into play because I know my deck had weird ratios, so there were certain cards I did not like charging. But yeah, I play the objection. I like how the judge is like.
Objection,
"Let's
just a
move
very
this
just to
back
smooth
up."
this 2 feet over here, 2 inches real quick. Yeah, I mean, objection being just a great card in this matchup and in Shinron in general. Honestly, I really expected objection not to have as big of an impact as it had because of Dende. Dende scared me to death. Zap knows this. That'd be like, you need to have objection in your Soul Striker list. I'm like, but Dende! Like, that card just scared me to death. And I just feel like it's just not happening. Like people aren't punishing objection the way I thought they would.
Yeah.
And that comes back to the conversation I was having earlier, how with previous decks, before the Wish Leaders came out, you could not generate a meaty advantage the turn you played objection.
Sure.
However, now you can. By objecting into 5, and then you can play your ward piece and play a 5-drop on board.
Yeah.
But so now if you Dende, you still got some amount of value out of it.
Honestly, Krillin was probably the best leader prior to Wish that was like, yeah, play objection because I'm just going to draw you 10 cards per turn anyway.
Yeah, yet again, Willie doesn't have 7 Dragon Balls.
Did they just recount and he didn't have 7?
Yeah, he didn't have it again.
Or perhaps that was intentional.
Yeah, maybe.
OpenSea Network shouting out my favorite deck, U9 Puppy Shenron.
I feel like maybe Willie's having some nerves here. He just can't.
I was just about to bring that up. Do you think nerves are coming into play?
Maybe. I mean, he just can't. It seems like he's struggling to get the right amount of dogs in.
You don't have an opponent. Please raise your hand and leave it up.
Using Shenron effect just to draw? Does draw a power burst?
So interesting ruling we found out. If Willie was to draw into a Dragon Ball there,
Right.
or let's say defensively, he activates Power Burst and picks up a life and it's a Dragon Ball.
Sure.
And that Dragon Ball gets discarded. Shenron can actually awaken on the opponent's turn during the battle phase.
Yes, you are. You can wish, just like Awaken during your opponent's turn in battle
Or if
phase.
that Dragon Ball got milled or put in critical.
Yes.
Will to the stage.
Cliff, this is the only stream link on Twitch.
Yes. Now we're not sure what Bandai will do with these videos or what's going to happen afterwards, but we'll definitely keep you guys posted as much as we can.
To be honest, I'm gonna probably download them just in case, and then see if nothing is done, if we can do something, because I don't want this, because the way Twitch works now, they don't keep your past broadcasts for very long.
Right.
It goes away very soon, so I don't want the first finals ever to just disappear into the digital abyss.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably important that we somebody have these downloaded somewhere. No, he doesn't have to do that, Brawly. He played Preface with his own, just like actually paying costs. He didn't use Child's Wish for that.
All right, George's going to take some time here to try to figure out what he wants to do here. Again, this is a much different turn 3 than he had last game.
100%.
Where he thought he could kill his opponent and got his opponent to a situation. Now, in this situation, it's possible George can do the same thing and set back on the cushion of 6 life to protect him from any triple attack shenanigans that Willie may do. But a double striker attacking 3 times would kill George here. So
Yeah.
he does have to be somewhat careful.
And Willie being just a little bit better at not taking so much life so early on, finding that power burst, using it immediately, even on these simple attacks. He doesn't want to get threatened too much because he is in a state where he can start playing some big cards, and Machado has to keep that in mind.
Looks like George is trying to do what he can to draw into the rest of his combo if he doesn't have it. I expect the leader to probably hit here. One of the biggest distinctions between an expert with the Android leader is if they have the full cell chain, they'll wait to attack with their leader. Because they don't want to swing with their leader and draw into the last piece of their cell chain.
Just Jun, no, there was not any Lemon Lime Frieza decks in top 32.
All right, so George attacking his opponent again. It's like just for the 15.
Did he take the life?
No, actually, what happened was is Willie just power burst.
Yeah, he power bursted,
and
yeah.
got back the Bulma. Yeah,
The Dangerous Journey?
So,
I think it was the promo one. Yeah, it looks like the
Gotcha.
promo
taking
one.
2 here. I'm expecting that Android 18 to hit.
And there we see the Deadly
There he is.
Defender.
Yeah.
Let's see the Android 18.
Yeah.
So I think the strategy here is going to be George is going to
You're
either
trying so hard.
King Vegeta surprise attack. If Willie tries
It's in his
to,
hand.
if
It's
Willie-
it's in his hand.
If Willie tries to go all in for that triple attack game, Willie has counterplay now.
And I think this is the best turn 3 play for George. Honestly, I think this is the best way to be safe.
Right.
You can try to play cell chain and go, but you're never going to kill Willie from 5 with droids.
No U7s in top either.
I'm going to argue it's all about impossible for Willie to win on the next turn given the current circumstances.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the best play Machado could have
Unless he like baits George outside, like unless he attacks and George just completely falls for some weird trap. But
Judge Ben to the stage, please. Judge Ben to the stage.
And really lucky enough to see his power burst like really early on. He's been able to mitigate a lot of damage.
yeah, absolutely.
Machado deciding if he wants to put on more pressure.
Not sure what that one swing is going to do.
I just think he just understands that Shenron does not like being swung at a lot, and he's just trying to capitalize on that as much as possible, but also might be considering whether or not he is... Oh, wait, is he comboing on the leader swing?
That would make a lot of sense.
Gotcha, yeah.
It's the leader swing,
I thought there was a freeze on board. Okay, sorry, yeah.
That's just 20K. It was into the Goku.
Use the combo area, Machado. Push your energy down.
So that was George preemptively expecting an Ultimate Fusion Go Cheetah to hit the board.
Right.
And to kill that Frieza.
Yeah.
So he wanted to combo with it.
That's fair.
Before it hit board to minimize the impact of that powerful card, which I would still argue is one of the defining.
Yeah, you don't
characteristics of this
want that card to be put back in your deck.
Okay.
I believe George still has 6, guys.
Yeah, he does. He has 6 life. Absolutely. 6 to 5.
He used the new green Frieza. The Infernal Villainy or something like that. Infernal Emperor, excuse me. Infernal Emperor Frieza.
An important self-awakening tool that plays around Crisis Crusher.
Willie at this point should really understand that swinging at Deadly Defender is not a good idea. But then again, is he in a position where he feels, ugh.
He may not have a luxury in shoes.
Yeah, it's one of those things, like I said earlier, sometimes you just have to walk face first into it because the longer you don't, the more he's going to have.
What I expect to see here is Willie to drop another powerful card.
Yeah, but it's going to be... I mean, I guess he's just trying to power, get up over this...
Well, he already...
18.
Ooh.
Haru. Good sideboard card.
Yeah.
Especially with the Wish Leader.
Excuse me? Oh, Lord. I didn't...
So the Haru untapping all 4 energy.
I didn't expect that one.
I am the one who will destroy you!
I didn't expect that one. That was
That's a heck of a play.
That was a really good play.
And when we wonder with these Shenron decks why the players are taking so long to evaluate their options,
Yeah.
is because Willie might have had
Right.
20 different boards
20
he
different,
could have made.
Yeah.
Now, here's what's really important, though. If George draws King Vegeta's surprise attack back, I think he's still okay. I think he's still
You see
okay.
how hard I'm rolling my eyes? And just when you said that, I was like, please don't.
Here we go. It's gonna
Mostly
be 3.
because...
And this is why the Gogeta card is so annoying. Now, remember, Willie does have to take a life, though. Oh, he did. He's dead.
He did.
At 4.
He's at
It's
4.
just
Yeah,
the way
yeah.
his life stacks weird, right?
But good observation. I wouldn't have looked, so...
There's 3.
Yeah, Machado's not even look. Did he look at it?
I don't think so.
And I think this is an incredibly strong play because if George looked, Willie would be able to see George's face and make a judgment.
Absolutely.
Of what card
Yo. That... But now he's making that judgment right now.
Now he's looking at him now. I promise he's looking at him now. Here comes it.
Look me in
Does
the eyes.
George have the 5 cards in discard pile to activate?
What really stinks
Destruction
for
Death Ball?
George, though, is this is 25 into 15. George isn't at 4 life, so this Deadly Defender is actually at 5,000 less than it could be.
He says it's good. This isn't game, though. Even if he does swing with Gogeta and Haru, it's still not game. That's 4 damage to the 6 life that Machado has.
Do
So
we see how George separated that one card? He may be trying to imply that it's a King Vegeta surprise attack. He's trying to find any way to convince Willie that he needs to play around it.
Final call to get side events tickets.
In
If
this
you're
kind of
still
situation,
waiting on those turned in,
all
here,
George
get
has is
ready to
information,
do
trying to
this draw.
convince the opponent.
He definitely doesn't have it.
One of them is Mass Saiyan. I can't see the other cards, though.
Now's your last chance.
Mass
We see a
Saiyan,
Shocking
Sparking
Death
Death
Ball.
Ball. Yes, that's actually really good.
Shocking
Yeah,
is good.
Shocking is good. Shocking's good.
Do you prevent the triple strike, or do you grab it to get a hand back?
This is critical here.
I think you need to take the 3.
I think you take the 3.
I think you absolutely take the 3. And
Well, no, you can't now because now he'll be at 2, and then no, yeah, there's no double strike. Yeah, you take the 3.
well, Willie knows that, and Willie's not attacking.
Yeah, Willie
what
passed.
Willie doesn't know, though, is George does have Mass Saiyan, so he can still go to 4.
Turn 4 sound not the draw that George wanted for sure.
No. I don't. Out of all the cards I can think of, that's not one of them.
Oh my god, this is why this Shenron deck is so powerful. He just said in one turn, I'm gonna completely turn the tide of battle, and put this back in my favor.
Correct.
And with that Gogeta having barrier, oh yo, a cheeky Kami though. If Machado, does Machado have Kami? I don't remember. Kami right now would be
A little-
insane.
No, you have to remember the Kami can only kill battle cards turn 4 or less.
Right.
So
4 or
it,
less.
it would help catch up a little bit by killing the Haru Haru. But
Oh, I forget about that. For some reason, I thought it was everything, no matter
Nope,
what.
4 or less, yeah.
Wow, so good.
Okay, George taking some time. I'm assuming this Mass Sand will come down.
Nah, Willie played that perfectly.
right,
And George is just in a situation where he just has to hope for the best.
right.
And this is not the best.
This is absolutely not the best. This is the turn that letting Willie untap like this is going to be pretty devastating to George. Now,
Interesting interaction here. Willie could play another Shenron the Wishbringer to give Haru Haru triple attack and critical.
yeah, that's what I would do. I would just attack you with triple strike as much as with with critical as much as I
Do
could.
you scoop for time here if you're George? Are you like what are you hoping for if you're George? Just a misplay? Because yeah, it's just
Maybe.
He could chain into multiple Shocking Death Ball and Shocking Death Ball.
Yeah, maybe.
I think George is absolutely unfavored here. Willie with that fantastic play last turn. Definitely showing it, that his deck has the capacity to come back from just about anything.
there's the shocking. Probably just looking for another shocking, but finds a deadly defender.
Yeah, Deadly Defender, not going to be the best card.
Probably what he wanted before. Would have helped him a little bit.
Yeah. All right, so this is critical. Gonna knock George to 4.
Comboing the Wish Granter.
Goes to 20. 25.
Yeah, Willie is definitely in his comfort zone right now. This is where he wants to be, and he's playing it perfectly in order to punish Machado.
Oh yeah, Willie's doing a fantastic job here. Absolutely. Some of the best Shinron play I've seen, personally.
Yeah, he's very comfortable with the deck. He knows his matchups, and that's what it takes to get to this level.
So we see combo the Shenron the Wishbringer, which is Willie's best way to get value out of that card now.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, George's dance game. I like that. I mean, there's no reason to keep. You got to remember too. Willie still has the ability to give the 7-drop Gogeta triple attack.
Yeah, and that
So
was
there's still at very least 3 more triple attacks coming.
And I'm really happy we're going into a game 3.
Oh, me too. Me too. It's an awesome matchup. Two
right.
fantastic players.
I think it's a fair assumption to make that Droid's probably definitely wants to be first in this matchup, and then it becomes much harder going second.
Yeah, Machado is favored, at least in the option that he gets to choose whether to go first. Willie going first did help in the sense of objection. Finding objection, playing it as soon as possible, and just what an amazing choice in not only running Haru on the side, but siding it in obviously for this matchup, using it to get that one energy you needed to bring out the Gogeta hero revived, and completely just putting the game in your favor. Excellent play from Willie.
Right. Something I would love to see is if someone pointed out that George may have sided out his sneaky surprise attacks. I would love to see those come back in.
Oh,
to try
okay.
to
What
address
for?
To try to address Haru Haru.
Okay, sure.
Those critical attacks can get very scary.
Okay.
Come back here to see if there's any other side deck tech. Didn't realize the split on Super 17s were 3 Hellfighter 17s, 2 Super 17 to further heights, and only 1 in the Super 17. But I guess being able
Only
to
one of the which one?
Uh,
Cell Absorb.
right.
That is interesting.
What I think I'd like to see George do here, I think George, what I would like to see is George just to prioritize Deadly Defender on 2. You play Deadly Defender on 2, on 3 you play another Deadly Defender. I think it'll help him get out of a lot of these situations. He's kind of waiting until turn 3 to play out Deadly Defender, which is fine. He's doing early game to just attack his opponent as much as possible.
Right.
Which is, again, fine. You're playing against Shenron. But I think if he could set up and get multiple Deadly Defenders out,
Right.
it would really help him in a lot of these situations to kind of get a little bit more security.
Absolutely.
Play for a metal card.
Correct. So the current
One of
top
the
8
players
is
don't show up
3
within
copies
those
of
5 minutes,
Rudigarn,
we will
2
draw another
copies
name.
of Trunks, 2 copies of Androids, and 1 copy of Shenron.
But have any of those matches concluded?
Not
with
to my knowledge.
Okay. Crucial moment here for both players.
I'd have so much anxiety right now in that situation. There's no way I could play my best with so much on the line right now.
I'm not one to usually get nervous, but yeah, I feel like at this point, nerves would really start playing a factor.
All right, guys, so what we just heard was essentially they're going to do here in just a bit. They're going to put 2 names. Everyone had a chance to put their name in like a drawing.
Sure.
And then they're going to draw 2 names. And those 2 players get to play for a medal card.
Bro, why don't we get to be putting that? Like, we just walk out with 0 medal cards. You know what I'm saying? I have my invite too. You know, I gave it up to be here with y'all.
Right.
I hear you on that.
That's pretty cool.
I'm in favor. There was a poll on the Dragon Ball Super community group of who is most likely to win. I was voted 7th. Blew my mind. I was 7th.
Huh.
Unless you count number 1, which was a total random,
Andrew
who got
East.
an overwhelming majority.
Right.
Andrew East.
Oh, here's the draw out. Andrew
You have
East.
5 minutes
I
to
gonna
come
walk.
up here.
I gonna go widescreen and then walk away. The game's starting, man.
Our
Excuse me.
second ticket,
Uh-oh.
Stephanie Chef. Stephanie Chef, you have 5 minutes to come up. Make sure you have your deck too.
Marcel was talking about wanting to play Boost Shineron. Yeah, I actually had that deck in my bag too. After the conversation we had with Danny on that list, Gabriel showed me
For
your
a
list.
one,
And
I'm
it
told
ended up being a
Andrew
couple
East is
cards
currently
different,
in
but it
match,
was.
so I don't think he'll
We
be
would have killed it,
winning
man.
us.
Sorry to say that you couldn't have made it. I know a lot of people were pretty heartbroken over it. I'm sure you most of all,
I wasn't.
except for Dusty. I apologize.
Yeah,
All right, that's what I get for assuming.
Marcus is the whole reason why Marcel couldn't be here.
Yeah, what happened
Everybody knows
was
that.
I was supposed to drive him up from Florida. We both live in Florida,
Right,
and
you just threw him in a ditch
I
instead
threw him
of
in a ditch, and
that was
I
the-
drove away
yeah.
smiling.
No, we love Marcel. Marcel, one of my favorite players. Love him so much. All right, so the
Alrighty.
game's getting set off here. It looks like Willie already has 5 Dragon Balls.
George playing Frieza turn 1. We see. And did we actually see 5 Dragon Balls in Willie's opener?
George is double checking that there's no additional draws happening here.
Looks like Willie was very quick to play his Dragon Balls, and everybody's just making sure that the math is correct.
I mean, I've had that moment as a Dragon Ball player where I'll drop 5 and then I go draw, and I was like, oh, I should be counting 3,
absolutely,
4,
absolutely,
5.
yeah. Please do
Yeah.
not.
Willie playing a very high risk, high reward game 3 here.
Yeah.
He's putting everything on the
Gonna
line.
rip Dusty in chat. Love you, Marcel. You're
Hoping
my
that
man.
Cell Chain doesn't.
You know it.
That he doesn't have the Cell Chain. I see the 18. I don't think I see the 3-drop Cell yet.
Let me
Oh, I
focus
do
on
see the
live here.
3-drop Cell. I saw 3-drop Cell on 18. He charged at 17, so I'm going to put my money that George actually has the Cell Chain on 3.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, with that opening, yeah, you do it now. Do it now. Sorry.
Willie, how many were you able to get to objection? That's going to be very pivotal here. Luckily, drawing as many cards as he did seems very likely. See the second charge. Ultimate Fusion.
Did Willie open with objection? This is going to be a guaranteed turn 2 wish.
Yeah,
Here.
absolutely.
I don't think he can maximize unless he decides to. So here's a cool thing he could do if he has the right cards in the right areas. He could tap 2 for Child's Wish, play something like that Sneak Attack Vegeta, and then if he happens to have Preface of Recovery in the drop or manages to get it, he could then activate Wish to grab the Desire back, and then Wish Preface for free to get the 2 energy back. And then if he finds objection in all of that, he could objections and then end turn. So there's a lot. He can establish 2 bodies. Oh, there's the objection. So forget what I said.
All right, so that keeps Willie in this, assuming that George does have the chain. One downside though, George won't be able to awaken for another turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, not finding those awaken cards like he most likely wants to. So Willie gonna do it. First of all, he did not only have 6. Made sure he had 7. Was able to flip the leader over, and he's in already the best spot he's been early game in either
Absolutely.
2.
Willie probably sitting somewhere around 8 to 10 cards in hand.
Do you cell chain here if you're Machado.
Oh,
That's a lot of
I
cards.
can't quite see his hand, but I would rather have Deadly Defender up with Kimaji's Surprise Attack. Ooh,
see
But I feel like
super combo.
I feel like with Objection already being used, and if he has another one in hand, you definitely Cell Chain here.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's gonna make even though he wants to Objection, it's gonna make it less attractive to do so because now you're just hitting your hand even more, playing into what the androids want you to do. So I think a Cell Chain here is exactly what you want to do. No targets for Evolving Life Form, but still gonna get the card draw.
Hopefully it's not into a last copy of Perfect Force Cell, which would close this game out, and Willie would absolutely dominate it.
How many copies of Cell has he seen?
We see one in his energy
Yeah.
from turn 1. I'm assuming he plays all 4.
Cell Chain is his main focus. Super 17 Chain is more of an option.
Gunslinger, that is
He
time
does
in
play
the
all
round. Move to end of match
And now he's
procedure.
going into
5 additional
Perfect
minutes
Force.
or 3 additional turns, whichever comes
Using
first.
Deadly
Time in the
Defender, it
round
must have been his
and
only
advance
18 in
procedure
hand. I
for
couldn't imagine him
Gunslinger.
using Deadly Defender if they had any other one possible.
Because he does play the twin sister.
Yeah.
Curious to see if we see those sideboard Mafubas from Willie here on this Cell attack.
And you can see Willie does have another Objection in hand, so this is actually going to slow Willie down.
Actually, with only 1 energy, I suppose that Mafuba play is not going to be relevant, but we may see it on the following turn. Willie's best comeback here probably involves having an Objection next turn, and then being able to use World Peace to bring out Ultimate Fusion to a Cheetah.
Yeah. That's why I was expecting. Deadly Defender. That way you play around as much as you can. Cell Chain is great on 3, obviously. It's very, very good. But I hate playing Cell Chain if I can't kill something. And I guess it gets this deck killing one of their threats with Cell Chain is so good.
Just
Getting
fighting
that
an
value.
Objection, that
And I
unless
think
he
that's
has
what
another one, is very, very concerning.
I think that's what Machado wanted to do, though. He was like, if he drew so many cards, out of him having an Objection is there, and Objection is what's going to get him to do what
Sure,
he did last
sure.
game. So I think the most optimal Cell Chain is here.
Well, Machado's going to be is much better at androids than I am. I wonder if he'll actually swing. Do you think he'll keep attacking here?
Why not?
I think he has to, because eventually he gets on a timer where...
Right.
Once again, Shenron doesn't like big bodies swinging at him, doing lots of damage quickly, especially in a deck like this that's looking for big energy. Yeah, I feel like in a lot of cases, Dusty, what you're saying makes sense. In most cases, actually, but against this particular Shenron deck, I think this is the way to go.
So charging a super combo, I assume that means one of the important cards in George's hand may be an Awakening tool? Because there's not a lot of cards that would...
Yeah.
4 to 7 though. Good life totals for George. He just has to kind of survive this turn without losing too much, and I think he might be able to come back from a board state that could possibly be put down by Willie.
I think the reason why he didn't, I guess he didn't have a reason not to swing with Cell 5. I do agree that Willie only had 1 energy, so Mafuba wasn't a threat there. So he could have swung
True.
with Cell 5 and then Cell
then-
chained
yeah.
him. But I don't know, maybe Machado felt that 20K based on the hand that Willie had actually. Willie had a lot of cards in hand,
had
and he
so
probably
many
felt that
cards in
20K wasn't enough to really maximize the Cell chain.
I agree.
So he'd rather go for the guarantee.
Right. In a Swiss format, one argument would have been that Pilaf could have negated the
Sure.
unit absorbent shutoff.
Actually, yeah. And
But in a top cut like this, where you see the opponent's deck, that's not something you need to consider.
yeah.
So we see Willie charging to a 5th.
Finds another objection. But yeah, still keeping him within 3 cards. But Willie kind of, once again, even though he has to play into what the droids want him to do, he still has to try to achieve what he wants. And right now, he has enough for. He's only 1 more away from. Is that another objection? Don't.
No, he didn't.
Oh,
pay
he's
for the
having
first
costs.
one.
Okay, I was like, I didn't realize he didn't pay costs for the first one.
Oh my god. So really curious to see if Willie's able to piecemeal win top here.
No, we're good.
see at all cost Machado.
Dusty, how about? No, he's not on the Wi-Fi.
At all costs being that out. The perfect force cell. Very important.
Ocost Vegeta is such a cool card in this situation. Comes out for free. Readies an energy, draws you a card.
Yeah.
Now you're at 4. Now you can just play another world piece if you want and play something else for free. Why not? Let's keep going.
Dragon Radar to grab a Dragon Ball and a World Piece from the drop, using the Dragon Ball to draw a card.
Which we did confirm is a legal play after some.
Yep. Child's Wishing, paying cost.
Right for preface maybe? Or does he have hard? Yes. There it is.
Judges, can I have
Haru Haru
down
will
over here
restand
and go back for
everything.
last round? What?
We may see an OTK here, where he tries to play the 5-cost Ultimate Fusion.
Does
and
he
then-
have like another objection? Because you could go objection again and then Child's Wish,
That is
another
time
Haru
of the
Haru.
round.
Would you see the-
For overtime, please set down your cards and fill out your match slip. That is the end of the round.
That's why we see
Overtime
this
is
one
over.
copy of Child's Wish, because
Please
against the
set down
androids,
your cards
being able
and
to
fill out
Child's
your
Oh,
Wish.
does he only have one
Yeah.
copy of Child's Wish?
I believe it was just
Oh,
one,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Which is why he
But
probably went for the Dragon Radar,
essentially
yeah.
becomes
Yeah, no, absolutely.
There's another World Piece.
We see one Child's Wish in the main and a second in the side.
Interesting, I'm not sure why.
Curious if we see Shenron the Wishbringer here.
No, it's going to be Figure of Majesty.
Figure of Majesty.
I think give critical to the.
Triple strike.
Yeah.
Very, very crucial moments right now.
Right, absolutely.
I'm starting to hold my breath because Willie's going off.
Yeah, Willie is playing his mind out right
He's
now.
giving him crit.
doing
He's
so
giving
good.
crit.
And all he has to do is attack one time with Haru Haru. Knock him to 6, and he's essentially just dead.
Shocking Death Ball definitely.
Shocking
on
Death Ball
right
would be
now, though.
huge here.
He does have it.
And it's definitely.
I
alive once
think
the
you
perfect
do
force
it.
cell is passed.
I think you do it.
Dragon Ball Super.
100% do it.
Right, 'cause you can't take triple attack critical.
No, you Shocking Death Ball.
Well, here's a question: is it worth taking it just to turn on your androids?
But the one damage he's going to take. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
We do know how many Child's Wish and World Peace Willie runs. In total, I think we said earlier, Child's Wish was at 1 and 2 World Peace, so he's just recycling them and using them very efficiently.
Oh, he has multiple.
So we see the Death Ball. He's at 6.
He's at 6.
He actually didn't use triple attack, by the way, guys.
George,
He used
George probably going to awaken and take this critical 1. Going down to 5.
He used the
life.
triple attack because he killed the cell. Right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Correct. Which is also why Willie's at 2 life.
no. I'm saying he didn't use Shenron's third ability.
Oh no, he can't because
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
Sorry.
For some reason, I
I'm
was
like
under the
this. I'm
impression-
into this game right now.
Yeah,
This
yeah, yeah.
is a game right here, boys. 100,
So-
1,050 viewers.
We actually had 1.1 at one point.
1.1.
Yeah.
No big deal. Pretty common. Let's go. Let's see what happens. Now, Willie can still survive. This isn't like Willie's dead right here. Willie's at 2 life. George
we
with.
should be seeing an awakening here. And we do have a line of play where George just happened to draw into a copy of.
Online pairings for round number 9 of Gunslinger are now.
Okay, he just drew
my
Deli Defender
gosh.
into King
Online
Vegeta's surprise
pairings
attack.
for round 9 of
Holy
Gunslinger
moly.
are
He
now
also
up.
has
Paper
he
pairings
also
will follow
cited
in a
copies
couple
of
minutes.
Expanding Energy Android 17. So he has a second line of play where he could drop that. He could swing with the leader.
Yeah.
Combo a lot to get his hand very low, and then swing with that 25k or that 20 to 25k.
You know, it's interesting
However-
that Android 17 inside of a Wish deck like this is world piecing that out and giving that triple attack with dumping your hand every time he swings.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Expanding Energy definitely a risk here though, because if Willie does see one of his 3 copies of Power Burst.
George has like 4 plays I can see right now. Like,
Yeah.
it's just insane. I'm not sure which one's better. Like, me personally, I always play safe. That's why I lose all the time. I would go just Deli Defender, try to clear up as much board as I can, and pass with King Vegeta's surprise attack in hand.
But that's what happened with the last game of his game too, and we know how that ended.
That's true, because he got his hand. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. So can he even rely on that?
Right. And
Oh,
if,
no.
if I'm thinking about how
Wait, hold on.
I
Remind me, what happened last game when he tried
He
to
got
do that?
Vegeta, then he lost the King Vegeta's surprise attack.
Oh, yeah. Gogeta's definitely a problem right now.
Yeah, you just said your computer.
But I mean, if you don't do that, is there even a better option?
Right now,
And in my experience, when you're playing at a high level like this, when you lose that game 2, for this important game 3, you're a little scarred about what happened that
Sure,
game.
what beat you.
Right, because you had the strategy and it didn't work. And I find usually players are
I feel like
encouraged to go a different route. So
I feel like for me, I'm the guy that goes, "What are the odds that you get that again?" It's like it's
Right.
once
Me
again,
too.
it's like if you got it, you got it.
Right. I'm like that too. I'm like, you'll never have it again. They're always like, I got it again. You're dead. Every time. So yeah, absolutely.
Are on their way up.
So I'm going to guess George is going to drop the double striker. And I think he's going to try to go for lethal just because of how he lost the
Well, I like the
previous
attack
game.
with leader first. If I was him,
How many
I'll-
7 drops does Willie run? Sorry, go ahead.
No. I think maybe he should have said, maybe his attack with leader, that's perfect. Maybe combo a little bit. If he can get Willie to tap out, I think going for the double strike android might be the
So
right play.
if Machado can remember ratios, Willie only runs 2 of the Gogeta 7 drops, and he
Right.
charged 1 already.
Yeah, that's true.
So there's only 1 left in the deck.
But why would he charge it if you know what I mean? Like that's
And he would have to have the fusion because he already used one of the 2 world. He might have used both world pieces, so he'd have the Dragon Radar. He has to do a lot actually, I think, to get the 7 drop out. So if Machado can remember the list properly, and
what card is this? This is
he's swinging and he's comboing with the
combo with Frieza.
Inferno Emperor.
Yeah, okay, this is what we talked about. That's exactly what I would do. You go to 20. Actually, it's 15. It's just 15.
Turned in by 3 p.m.
And he's choosing to,
3 p.m. is the cutoff for the
protect.
scavenger hunt.
Get a little bit more. Get a little bit more information.
Scavenger hunt card. You got about 40 minutes to get that turned in, or you'll did all that work for nothing. So please get your scavenger hunt in the next 40 minutes by 3 p.m.
Back up to 1.1K. Hey.
Man, George is thinking. Man, there's so many plays in
I
his
just said,
hand right now.
he has an option where he can go for lethal right now, but he's putting top 4 of the Nationals
Right
on the line.
On
at
the
it.
line. Yep. I think he might be past that play, right? Because to do that play, he would have had to combo a lot
he
more
would.
on the leader, right?
Well, I mean, depends on how you want to look at it. Like, you would think that's what he would do. So we're going passive. He's
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
a
yeah,
defender.
yeah. This could be the last time we see this animation, guys.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're trying so hard.
Okay, he's tapped out. He's tapped out.
We actually saw the second 7 cost get discarded whenever the cell chain hit, actually. So we know that both of those are accounted for.
So he has to find world peace.
Unless Willie has another objection
Well,
and is able to
he
work.
can't even world peace, right? Because he's only at 5 energy. How much is he at? 6 energy?
I think 5 going into 6.
Yeah, so he doesn't have enough energy.
He has to be able to objection, restand, or no, objection and then world peace.
Right.
So yeah, the 7
And-
cost.
yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. That cell chain was super vital early on.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Willie took a chance charging the second Gogeta. I don't think he should have.
So we
There
did
had
see-
to have been a better
Seems
target.
like, yeah, it seems like it's the best card in this matchup.
Right.
Yeah.
From what we've seen.
And George clearly made the right decision. Willie had the power burst.
Yeah.
Which would have
Yeah.
probably would have made the game very one-sided.
Absolutely. Willie needs to find a way. Willie can still win this game. He just has to find a way to survive. Yeah, just to get to 7 energy.
Charging world peace, that is without
Ambitious.
Leaving his hand,
Right.
it seems ambitious. I think all 3 objections are accounted for too.
Oh my God! Well, so that means he has to survive this turn.
So we see the 5.
The 5 comes up, does nothing, draws 2, gets a Haru, which he can't play.
Right, but if he has a Child's Wish,
Sure.
well, no, he can untop 2 with Shenron, go up to 3 energy.
Absolutely. Yep.
So many lines of play with
So
the
many.
Shenron
It's
decks.
what makes it so much fun to commentate because you're just watching it. You're just like, okay,
Exactly.
follow along. It's what it is. But this King Vegeta price tag is going to shut this play down. Also, it's important to remember that George
They're in the projector. Yeah,
has
they're in the
access to
projector.
a super combo as well.
Okay.
Right.
So he
Some of what I need
should
to
be
do.
able to keep this defended.
Okay.
And this is why I couldn't take a
Just
green.
in case he decides to.
Yeah.
This is why I couldn't take a green leader to this event.
Yeah.
Because these Haru loop plays, just so intimidating.
Dangerous Journey's gonna send back the 7 drop.
Correct.
He can get Haru again here, right? Is that what this works?
Oh no,
it's-
decided not to.
Was
Sends back,
it's was it 2 or more? Is that what it is?
it's 3 or more.
3 or more.
3 or more, right?
That's interesting. I probably would have. Well,
Unless he knows he can't do it. If he knows he can't do it, then yeah. But why?
Maybe
What's the
he's
point of
just trying
playing
to-
the
Maybe he's
card?
just trying to win this turn. Maybe he thinks he can't survive another turn.
he's the one at the table when we are.
Right.
He also gets a draw. So maybe he didn't care about what he sent back. It was just a matter of I want to draw a card.
Very easily could be. So I suspect Willie's gonna start by just trying to pick at with the Harus.
But honestly,
to try to bait the King Vegeta surprise.
George is still in a good spot because of the fact that he has King Vegeta. If there's no 7 drop, then.
But one of the big
this
problems
is
is
if
that
he has 2 King Vegeta, that's plus 20 revenge. Like,
yeah, one of the big problems here, though, is George does not have 4. So this Deadly Defender does have 5 less than normal.
which
so
is
it
why King Vegeta
important.
is even more crucial.
Right. It's why it's really important.
This is interesting to me.
Oh, somebody does say he has 2 King Vegetas. Oh my goodness.
Oh, he has to.
Oh my good.
This could be the best bait and Dragon
Willie,
Ball
Willie,
Super.
don't let the nerves let you forget.
Prime example.
Don't let the oh actually no, this is scary. If he gets a lot of energy back.
This is 2035. This is still dies to 2 King Vegeta surprise attack, and there he
Does he
taps
need to
2
take
and
those?
just goes. All right, he did.
Oh,
Oh no, Willie.
and he still has to give 5K though.
That might
What
be
is our
over.
super combo resolve?
Well, I don't see what the
No,
question
no,
is here. At the end of battle, yeah, bye.
Make sure George doesn't draw for the super combo. He doesn't. Okay.
I think I would have swung with the Haru Haru first.
why not?
Getting one into the discard pile to turn on your child's wish.
Well, it's also
later.
it's 15 to 50. Just make him have to use cards.
Right.
You know, and then that way, if he uses King Vegeta surprise attack, you know what you're attacking into now.
Problem is, I feel like for Willie with 4 energy, I think you just pass here. You clearly don't attack into anything, or you're going to lose your board advantage. But then again,
So
you're at 2
Willie's
lives.
asking
so.
what his life is, or what the power of the.
Yeah.
Scavenger
Maybe thinking
hunt,
just
you have
attack
32
a Haru
minutes to
Haru,
get your scavenger
make it
hunt
really
turned
big.
in.
You know you're going to lose it, but it gets rid of the Deli Defender.
We don't want you
Absolutely.
to do all that work for nothing. So please
Tension's
get your
mounting in this heated
scavenger
game
hunts turned in by 3 p.m.
And just doing Shenron stuff, man. I've never seen someone use the Shenron cards as efficiently as Willie has. He's made me believe in the 5-drop, if I'm being completely fair.
So we may see an aggressive. We may see another aggressive play in.
Willie doesn't care if these die.
No,
Because
that's
he
what
can
I'm
bring
saying.
them back.
That's
Right,
why he's
so-
asking how strong she is.
He may attack into the 18 simply to get into the discard pile.
Yeah, she's 35 though. So that's
And
scary.
he only has 2 cards in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he just passes here.
And no energy.
Passing here, I think, is fine with Willie. Willie has a lot of cards on field that he can combo with.
Yes.
To try to survive.
Yeah, I think passing here is huge.
So George having 0 copies of Kami in his main or side deck, but it would be pretty interesting to see that card's effect if he did.
You can't
Oh,
use.
and he has that extended energy inward 17 next turn
Right.
to swing and
And
replenish
draw
his
right back
hand.
up. Yep.
What's up, Zero Magnum?
Looks like we have a bit of.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. Yep. All 3 of
we
us.
do. Dusty O'Brien, Marcus, and Richard Zapp.
So here, I think what's happening is Willie is trying to use this ability, but he's already used it to untap 2 to play the first Haru Haru, and they're trying to discuss if he's used it or not.
I'll go check out and see.
Yeah,
get
go
some
see
more
what's up. Yeah,
information.
thank you.
We might need to go to the VOD too if we
Yeah,
want.
it absolutely happened because I remember he tapped out and we were like, man, he can't play it, and then he untapped 2.
Let me
But I'm
go-
not sure. That might not be what they're talking about.
Well, let me go to the VOD and see what we're working with. And chat, feel free to chime in if you guys 100% remember.
He did use it, though. He did use it.
It's crazy. Only but like 10 minutes ago, this is what the board looked like. It was just an auto cost and a
Yeah,
hard
no,
Haru.
yeah, and then a couple seconds later, there it goes.
All right, so I'm just getting to the point where he plays the first Shenron. I'm trying to see.
So we're
what-
having some discrepancy on if the second Shenron, if the draw for the trigger got activated.
Oh, okay. Sure.
If Willie needs another card or not.
I can tell you right now, I'm watching.
Guys,
It's the second one specifically.
yeah, the question is about if you used it or not. It's about if you drew or not, guys.
Tell them I'm reviewing it now.
If you don't have an opponent, please raise your hand and call for a judge. Please leave your hand raised up in the air. If you don't have an opponent, please raise your hand for a judge and wait till they arrive. You have won your match.
I'm still trying to review here. It's hard for me to like scroll.
That's a heck of a turn. It's a heck of a turn.
Yeah.
Right. So to recap, we're reviewing. He declares the activation of the second effect.
Mm-hmm.
You draw a card and then you resolve the full effect.
Yes.
Did he do that draw already, or did he simply declare the ability?
Sure. I'm at the point where he just plays the Gogeta, so I'm still not there yet. If they can give me less than 5, I will know. So there's the first ability. He declares a draw for the first Shenron, and he restands. So,
Yep. Did the second one hit board yet?
no.
So then you can fast forward.
That's what I'm saying. It's hard to fast forward because look how close I am to the end.
Oh, I see.
So I say if you give me...
Well, you can hit 30 second forward.
True. I think it's about to happen, though.
10 seconds backwards.
All right, so let me do 30 seconds forward. Second one hasn't hit the board yet. I'll do it again. I still think the second one. I think this...
Not yet.
He gets the additional energy from this because he uses Sensu.
Right.
Okay, so then 30 seconds again. All right, so he's about to use the second one now. I'm about to find out right now.
Yep.
He's literally about to play the card.
I'll run over just so I don't
I can't skip here because I'll skip over the play.
We have, guys. We're reviewing it. We've let players know we're reviewing. We're just letting this work itself out with the judges. It's really why, you know, we should have markers, and every time they use the ability, we should make sure that we indicate it.
All right, so I think he's about to play the Shenron. All right, so Shenron's played.
So how many cards are in his hand at this point?
I think 2.
Which player?
Willie.
Willie has 2 cards, it looks like. Both players have 2. Huh?
I don't think he's used anything so far. And this is... We're almost done. So from the point that I actually watched it.
Wait, so he has a hard. Yeah. 2 cards in hand.
Yeah, he hasn't even triggered it. I don't think he's triggered it at all.
Can you see the 2 cards? It's definitely 2, correct?
Yeah, it's definitely 2 cards in hand. I don't want to... I am?
Who the hell said there's 75 minutes? Nobody. So nobody is playing right now because
No, there was a ruling question, whether
The
activation.
So they're using the third draw and getting back into this game.
Yeah, here we go. We're back. All right, guys. So we got it all resolved, and here we go.
yeah, I don't know what he did.
Definitely can't blame these players after such a
Yeah,
stressful
100%.
game 3.
I mean, it's a very complicated turn. I mean, Willie's playing great.
No, guys-
and George is clarifying. There's
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
it was a matter of we were
neither
just-
player is upset.
Yeah, we were
Like,
just seeing
no
if
one
he
is
had
upset.
activated Shenron, and if he did, whether he drawed. It turns out he didn't activate it at all, is what it looks like.
Yeah.
He hadn't even used the second Shenron Figure of Majesty ability.
Yeah, no one's upset. No one's bummed. Literally just trying to do what they can do.
Yeah, there was no confusion as to how it works. It was a matter of did he use it or not. Simple
Right.
as that. So going for the triple attack.
He's actually. Wait.
I think Machado's conceding. Machado has nothing.
Oh, because it has critical.
Wow,
So-
you can see the emotion on Willie right now. I wish can we go to wide right now?
Yeah. Can we go wide?
Yeah, look, like he's shocked. He's shocked that he ended up winning.